Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're talking about 3 super rare British coins that are worth a lot of money. These coins aren't just old, they're special and valuable. Stay tuned as we explore what makes these coins so valuable and sought after by collectors. First up, let's talk about the 1975 new Pence coin. You might think, it's just a 5 pence coin, right? Well, this coin is much more special than that. It's actually one of the rarest and most valuable coins in the UK. This coin was made in 1970 and features a design of Queen Elizabeth II on the front. The portrait of the Queen was created by artist Arnold Machin. This was the second crown portrait of the Queen, which shows her wearing a tiara. It's one of the most famous and well-known portraits of the Queen ever used on coins. On the back of the coin, you'll find the badge of Scotland. It's a thistle, which is a national symbol of Scotland. On top of the thistle, there's a crown. The thistle is a symbol of strength, and the crown represents royalty. It's a simple but powerful design that connects the coin to Scotland's royal heritage. Now, what makes this 1975 new pence so valuable? The coin was produced in limited numbers, which makes it rare. At the time, it wasn't seen as anything special. It was just another 5 pence coin, small in size and low in value. People didn't think much of it, so many of these coins were used, lost, or even melted down. In fact, because the coin had such little value, many people didn't keep it. Over time, a lot of these coins were either damaged or destroyed, making the ones that survived much more valuable. Not many coins from 1970 remain in perfect condition today. Because of its rarity and the fact that so few are left in good condition, this coin has become highly desirable to collectors. In recent years, one of these 1975 new pence coins was sold at an auction for a mind-blowing £222,000. That's more than 44,000 times its original value. However, not just any 1975 new pence coin is worth this much. The coin has to be in perfect or near-perfect condition. Most of the coins that are still around today are worn or damaged from being in circulation for so many years. But the ones that are well preserved are incredibly valuable to collectors. For collectors, this coin is like a hidden treasure. It's not just about the metal or design, it's about the story behind the coin. The 1975 new pence represents a moment in time when coins were used every day and didn't seem worth much. But as time passed, this coin became rare and valuable, showing how things we once overlooked can become highly prized. So, while the 1975 new pence may have started as just another small coin, it's now a true collector's item. The rare few that remain in excellent condition can fetch thousands of pounds, and that's why it's such a sought-after treasure in the coin world today. Next, let's talk about the 1979 5 new pence coin. At first, it might look pretty similar to the 1970 version we just discussed, but this one has its own special story and is valued for different reasons. Minted in 1979, this coin also features the second crown portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. Just like the 1970 coin, the Queen is shown wearing a tiara, facing right. It's one of the most iconic images of the Queen used on British coins. On the reverse side of the coin, we once again see the badge of Scotland, with a crowned thistle symbol. This design links the coin to Scotland's royal heritage, just like the earlier 5 new pence coins. So, if the design is almost the same, what makes the 1979 5 new pence coin so special? The main factor here is rarity. While the 1970 coin was rare due to the limited number of coins that survived in good condition, the 1979 coin is rare for a different reason. At the time, the Royal Mint was going through a phase of change. They were experimenting with new designs and different coin sizes, while also changing over the years to make the currency more modern. During this time, fewer 1979 5 new pence coins were produced compared to other years. The Royal Mint was producing a lot of different coins, so they didn't focus as much on minting 5 new pence coins in large numbers. Because of this, there are simply fewer 1979 5 new pence coins out there today. This makes it harder for collectors to find one, especially in good condition. And because of its rarity and the demand among collectors, the 1979 coin has become a highly valuable piece. In fact, one of these 1979 5 new pence coins recently sold for an incredible £204,000 at an auction. That's a huge jump from its original value. The reason it sold for so much is because of its scarcity. There are very few left in perfect condition, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for them. It's important to note that not every 1979 5 new pence coin is worth that much. The key to the high price is the coin's condition. Just like with the 1970 coin, the 1979 5 new pence needs to be in great shape to be worth a fortune. Coins that have been used or worn down over the years won't fetch nearly as much. But when a 1979 5 new pence coin is in near perfect condition, it can become a very valuable item for collectors. For coin collectors, the 1979 5 new pence is like a hidden treasure. It's rare, it has an interesting history behind it, and it's a key part of the UK's coinage from a time of change. And because there are fewer of them around today, it's something collectors are eager to add to their collections. So, while the 1979 5 new pence coin might look similar to the 1970 version, it has a unique story behind it, making it just as valuable, and just as sought after, by collectors. The fact that it sold for £204,000 at auction shows just how much collectors are willing to pay for a rare and well-preserved coin. Now, let's take a look at the 1991 5 pence coin. While it's not as expensive as the 1970 or 1979 versions, this coin still holds significant value for collectors and has an interesting story behind it. Minted in 1991, this coin features the third crown portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the artist Raphael McLouf. This was a new design introduced in the late 1980s and used on many British coins for years. The portrait shows Queen Elizabeth II facing right, wearing the royal diadem, a type of crown. This design is slightly different from the earlier portraits, with more detail and a different style. On the reverse side, you'll find the badge of Scotland again, just like the 1970 and 1979 coins. The thistle, a symbol of Scotland, is topped with a crown. It's a simple but elegant design that connects this coin to the history and traditions of the United Kingdom. So, what makes the 1991 5 pence coin special, especially when millions of these coins were produced? Well, while there were a lot of these coins made, some of them have errors that have made them highly sought after by collectors. During the minting process, sometimes things go wrong. In some cases, the coins might have been misstruck, causing mistakes in the design or features that shouldn't be there. These errors are rare, but when they do happen, they make the coins much more valuable. Collectors love these error coins because they are unique and hard to find. One such error coin, which had a mistake during the minting process, recently sold for an impressive £7,800 at an auction. That's a huge amount for a coin that originally only had a value of 5 pence. It just goes to show that even more modern coins can be worth a lot of money if they have the right kind of mistake or rarity. The most common types of errors on these coins include things like misaligned designs, double-struck features, or strange markings that shouldn't be there. These mistakes make the coin stand out, and collectors are always on the lookout for these kinds of rare finds. Though millions of 1991 5 pence coins were produced, not all of them will be worth a lot of money. It all depends on the condition of the coin and whether it has any errors. Most of the coins you'll find in your pocket today will probably be worth only 5 pence. But if you happen to come across one with a minting error, you could be holding a valuable collector's item. For coin collectors, finding an error coin like this is like discovering a hidden treasure. It might not have been worth much when it was first minted, but over time, it has become a rare and valuable piece of history. The fact that one sold for £7,800 shows how much collectors are willing to pay for a coin with a unique error or feature. So, while the 1991 5 pence coin may not be as expensive as the 1970 or 1979 coins, it still has its own charm. The errors that occurred during the minting process have made some of these coins highly collectible, and they show that even modern coins can be worth a surprising amount if they have the right story behind them. So, there you have it, the 1975 new pence, the 1979 5 new pence, and the 1991 5 pence coin. Each with its own unique history, design, and value. Remember, the value of a coin isn't just in its metal content, it's in its rarity, condition, and the story it tells. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. And as always, keep collecting.